Hello and welcome back to the WR Masters, and I'm very happy that we have one of our winners of today, Nodirbek. Congratulations on
Thank
a great win against Andrey Esipenko, and I thought like we should start in the moment of the truth, and this moment arose after knight g3. So my question is, were you still in preparation in this particular moment?
Yes. Okay. After the game, Andrei told me that he mixed up the move orders and he should have played rook c8 instead of knight e4. There's a one line here, like after rook c8, bishop e1, and now knight e4. And here is a very important line, which were played many games. And here, okay.
Back there, yeah.
Here c4 is very important, so yeah, and very interesting position arise after this. But engine says it's equal, so yeah, he basically said that he couldn't remember the correct move order, and after knight e2, knight e4, I knew that there is a bishop e4 is an option for white, but I thought his idea is something like this. So yeah, I just wanted to play this alternative line, which is knight g3. I think it's a very interesting line. Yeah, and he thought for a long time, and he took on d2, which is, I think, is a mistake, but it's very
Difficult.
difficult, yeah, to see all the details after knight d2. Yeah. Yeah. Here, okay, if I take queen d2, I think nothing is particularly happening. So yeah, bishop h7 is very logical. King h7, queen h5, it's all forced. Okay, and if he plays here king h7, then I saw like queen g6, king g8, and knight f5.
And you have knight h6 and knight
yeah,
f7
like
mating thread.
Yeah, knight f5, f e5, and knight h6 and knight f7 is a very strong threat. So I think this is already winning for white.
So instead, actually, I had a very interesting moment in the game, especially after the move f5. So we go on.
Yeah, here it's quite forced, and here I played f5. But
yes.
I'm not sure about this move.
My question is, like, he took on f1, which is one option, but what about rook d6, actually? Maybe first taking on f1 or rook d6, I'm not sure, but in general, rook d6.
After taking on f1, you can go rook d6, because just rook f3 and rook is coming to h3 and just mate on the h file. So this was my plan. So you can play rook d6 immediately instead of knight f1, because your knight is covering the f3 square, but I have rook f4. And yeah, during the game I saw this queen g5, and here I had many good moves. So I thought here I would decide how to play, but from afar I thought that I have at least I have knight f8, rook f8, and queen f8. I have strong attack, and I have also
you're not so low on material anymore, and your practical chances are huge. So yes, your compensation is great.
Yeah, so yeah, knight f1 is, I think, is a good move. So I have to take rook f1, and here I think he played queen g5, but I think practically better chance is queen e8. After the game, we a little analyzed this. So yeah, so queen e8 I think is more gives more resistance. I think here, okay, he was worried about this knight f8, queen f8, f e6, queen f7, rook f7, about this endgame, which is fair, but I think after bishop a6 he might still have a good practical chance to hold this.
Yes, because it's not like you don't have anything concrete. I mean, you have some plans, but it's not like that you have a concrete win here, actually.
Yeah. So yeah, maybe this was his better chance. So after queen g5, yeah, queen e6 is very important and very strong, I think.
Because we only calculated f takes e6, actually. That's what we were calculating.
Yeah,
And then after queen takes g6,
yes.
we calculated knight f6, king h8, queen king h6, sorry, and queen takes b7,
queen takes b7,
rook b8, queen c6, and she takes f6. And it also felt to us like that it's somehow
it's
very close
unclear.
to be winning.
Yeah, it might be, but
there's nothing concrete.
Yeah,
yes,
it's nothing concrete, and I couldn't find any direct win here. So yeah, here, yeah, queen e6 is very strong because
you have this rook f3
yeah,
idea.
and I have this rook f3, and queen will fall, so I will have a queen and knight.
Yes, and he has a very bad coordination. Actually, a curiosity, I mean, you must have calculated this, and after your calculation, I mean, you must have calculated a couple of moves earlier, right? After c takes c4, in your calculation process, did you see immediately queen f7? Because it's not like the most obvious Zwischenzug, actually.
Yeah, actually, I want to play queen f7 directly, but somehow I was worried about queen e2. And I was not sure about this, like f6, queen e3, yeah, king h1, queen h6.
Whether this is enough for
yeah, but yeah, so after c takes d4, my yeah, I just played queen f7 because now he don't have any moves with queen, so. Yeah,
this is over.
Yeah,
yes.
I think this is a very precise move, queen f7, and after bishop d6, knight f8, and rook f8, queen h5, king g8, and f6 is the last precise move,
which is needed, and the rest was kind of, let's say, clear to us. Okay, we checked actually after knight e5, we checked all moves, like we had rook f5, rook f4, rook g3, and rook h3. Eventually, we were a little bit stuck because we thought like. Queen h6 is a move, and then we didn't find a continuation
after rook f7.
After rook f7, and then we understood when you played rook f5 that we have the move queen g5.
Yeah, it's quite move.
But rook f4, we also didn't find a good answer for your opponent. I mean, of course, rook f5 makes more sense, but even the move rook f4, we couldn't find anything.
Yeah, I think I saw d3 here. And
I wanted to take on g7.
Yeah, king g7.
And you have knight g6 still to come. Okay, this makes a difference because
I couldn't. I didn't see any direct win here.
Yes, you're right, actually. So this is maybe the way to go and to save the game.
Yeah.
And when you took on e6 once again, like you basically saw the idea of rook f3, but you didn't work out all the positions, right? In the moment you took on e6 with a queen, I mean.
Yeah, I saw general plans like rook f3 and rook h3, but you
didn't work out the position. Okay, so basically I just was curious whether you calculated it carefully or whether you trusted your dynamic intuition in this particular moment.
Probably both, because I have to take some material, obviously. So my thinking process was here after queen g5, I thought my knight on g6 is very strong and it creates a mating net, so I have to keep this knight, and I looked for moves, and queen e6 seemed like the most
natural one, because e3 is protected and your queen is still active and you have the rook string to go. Actually, about yesterday's game, we were a little bit puzzled because, okay, the moment your opponent played b3, did you actually see knight takes f6 and queen d5? And then that the pawn on c5 would be gone in the early stage of the opening?
Honestly, I mixed up the move orders, so he could basically he had the winning position after bishop e7, knight f6, but he didn't. He trusts to my
Your
to my play,
preparation.
yes. Probably.
Okay, so
So
basically you were lucky, and you were
Yes.
probably like also expecting e3 as an answer by him, or
Mhm.
this was just
Yeah,
gambling what he may play.
Yeah, E3 is generally the main move because this is Engine's first move,
Suggestion.
first
Yeah.
suggestion. So yeah, I wasn't so surprised.
And the move order you mixed up, can you tell to the audience what was actually the
Yeah.
mixing or the problem in the preparation?
I think in some variation I saw this bishop e7, but so
It was not in this particular
yeah,
position.
it was not in this position for sure, but in similar type of position I saw bishop e7, so I just quickly played it.
And during the game you saw it, or you didn't see that his opportunities?
I saw it after I just made
Bishop e7.
making his move. So after bishop e7, I just immediately saw this knight f6 and queen d5.
Yes, and in Dutch moments when this happens to you, I'm just curious how you would behave. Would you stay on the board and like try to be calm? Would you leave the board and have a coffee? I mean, what is your strategy in this moment when you realize you do a mistake?
I mean, it's hard to tell because it was a shocking moment. So yeah.
Did you leave the board?
No, after bishop e7, I was on the board, but I was very shocked at the moment because I saw this knight f6 and queen d5, and then I was calculating the variations, and somehow it was not obvious for me that it was such a winning because I had lead in development, but engine says
it's very bad. Yeah,
it's really bad. Yeah, so yeah, it's hard to say.
Okay, but anyway, sometimes players need some luck, especially like in such a tournament. It's good to have this kind of luck. And yes, I wish you for the rest of the games, of course, many exciting games like today, because for us it was very nice to see. And yes, best of luck for the remaining games. And yeah, maybe we will see you one day here again with a great victory.
Thank you.